All right, I'm back. 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 I'm back, my people. I'm really sorry about. Why am I being sorry, guys? It wasn't my fault. It was connection issues. Connection. Anyways, on to the next part. I'll just show you. On to the next part, anyways. I want to introduce you guys to something that's I think is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I don't know if you guys. I think I'm gonna put this in a black version because the white's cool. I don't mean it that way, but like the white's cool. But the dark is better now. Who doesn't like it dark? The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. They say, kid dies, the darker the killer. The darker the kid, the sweeter the juice. I can't remember the date, but yeah, me a second. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Give me a message. Join the Discord. It's on the bottom of the screen. Um, and yeah. So to let you guys in on a little shine, let me go on to. I'm trying to go onto here and see because like I'm on D&D on my phone right now, but I might pull myself up. I might pull myself up on the TikTok live, you know. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna pull myself. Should I pull myself up on a TikTok live? I don't know. I don't know. People, let me know. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna share with you guys something that, like I said, that's been the catalyst for actually doing all of this, doing all of this right now. I am going to show you, man. Hope you're ready. Hope you're ready. Hope you're ready. I'm gonna show you, man. This this is the Life OS. Okay, so for starters, you might be asking me what exactly is a Life OS system? The Life OS system is, or at least it's my way in organizing my life. That's including uni, that's including gym, that's including work, projects, all of that stuff. You know, when you got a lot of projects in the way, and this is what happened when I started this, when I started to build this. When you have a lot of project in your way, it might be hard to contain all the notes. It might be hard to track your process. It might be hard to find exactly what you're doing, where to write it down, to even recover all this information. It's a hard task. It's a hard task. And so, as a result, I started looking at areas on where, or places on where I could actually organize my life a bit better. Organize my life a bit better. And I've been using Notion for ages now. I think I've been using Notion since like I've been using Notion probably since like year 12. So when I was about 17, I'm 21 right now. So in 3 years, almost 4 years. Um, since I started Notion, and do you know what? Yeah, chat, I'm gonna go live on TikTok. I'm going live on TikTok, man. I'm live on TikTok, man. I'm going live on TikTok, guys. This is so weird. I said I was gonna go live on TikTok because I can invite people to co-host as well. That's so cool. But yeah. So back onto the Life of West. Like I was saying, the Life of West was pretty much just a place on where um I could try organize I know it's organize all the information that was coming in, especially with all the projects, all the uni work, all the even building like this stream, all of this stuff. It's super taxing, super hard to actually figure out where to get information from, how to organize it, how to actually make it that is something fun. Yo, guys on TikTok, what else we got here? I'm currently live on Twitch and YouTube. You can go ahead and follow the Fold on Victory. I'm currently going through my Life OS on Notion, and you can actually go on there and see it if you wanna also go ahead and join the Discord. I'll be sending you guys a little template that I've built up here in Notion. What is the fold about, Chris? Chris, the fold, it's about growth, it's about ever learning, it's about ever fun, it's about ever knowledge. It's just a place where, you got ideas if you're creative, if you got things to say, if you're knowledgeable on subjects, if you've got opinions that you want to be that you want to get heard, if you've got stances that you want to take, the fold's where to be. I'll be talking about it. If you want to come on there and you got the cojones, you got the you got the ballsy attitude to come on and contend, or you wanna agree with what I gotta say, like you join the fold. You join the fold. And not only that, but we also have unfolded. Unfolded, if you don't know about unfolded, then you're just simply missing out. There will be topics in the week. You get to come in and chat to me on live about whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to say about the conversation. You can do that. Do you feel me? That's what Unfolded is there for. If you're talking about the fold in general, like I said, this is just a place for striving for creativity, growth, and knowledge and fun. That's what we're here for. We're here for love. We're here for laughs. We're here for it all, people. So yeah. Back to my Life OS. If you're on my stream on TikTok or not on TikTok's my bad. If you're on my stream on Twitch or YouTube, you can see it right now, and it is pretty flipping cool if I say so myself. If you know a little bit about solo leveling, if you know I'm a bit of an anime head myself, if you know I'm a bit um I'm a bit of an anime head myself, a bit of solo leveling, you know about the leveling system. And that's what we got here on the Life OS. Yo Lewis, what's going on? Nikita, hi. That's what's going on in the Life OS. I'll let you guys see this. I'll let you guys see this 1 second. I don't know if I can switch my camera. But here we have the Life OS. You can see I have my different sections here. You got the XP that I've got. Different areas got the Life OS, the Academy, the Study, the Content HQ. It's organization. It's yo man, that's what you're saying. T- 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 Um, it's organization and it's fun. It gives. There's a concept in psychology which um actually shows that once you attach rewards to a task, once you attach rewards to a task, it becomes more enjoyable. It actually becomes um, more likely that you're gonna end up doing the task. So with my life OS, I've pretty much operationalized every single point you could possibly think of um, in my life and just attach XP to it. So if I go to the gym, I can log that, and that puts XP in my system. I don't know, if I make a good meal and I feel like it's just quite healthy, I could put that, I could log that, I log that as XP. Anytime I make a new video on TikTok, I could put that as XP. If I put journals, my daily journals, my weekly journals, my habits, trades that I do, studies, philosophy, reflections, Bible studies, all of these things I've I've managed to operationalize in a system and make it work for me, And the thing is, I'm not trying to make this just stop at me, I'm really trying to build this so I can share it with you guys as well, because I know a lot of the time, people have issues with organization, especially if you're like a student, a uni student, and you just got all your notes in like a Word document or something like that. It can get confusing, but with a system like this where you can add your visuals, you can add your databases and all of these things. I sound like a Notion ambassador right now. If anyone from Notion is watching, sponsor me. But yeah, as a student, if you're like not even just as a student, as a creative, as someone who works, your life's gonna get complicated, and you want a simple place, you want a way to organize all of these things. It's the Life OS, and that's what I've done. On here, I have um different sections of my life. So I, again, because I'm such a anime head, I'm such a animation geek and whatnot, I decided to go off Avatar theme. So I've divvied this up with fire, water, earth, and air. See, fire looks at ambitions and like development. So that's pretty much, oh gosh, that's pretty much what most of this content stuff is. Water, that's going into a bit more on the emotional side, like all your journals, your reflections, the little flow, the flow of the water type situation, type shit. That's what going with the water. Earth, that's for the foundation, that's your gym, that's your trading, that's your studying, all of that stuff. The foundations of your life. And then air, the essential, talking about understanding worldviews, understanding spirituality, understanding philosophy, all of these stuff that I just ended up, falling in love with, caring about. Do you get me? So yeah, that is pretty much my life OS. That's what I was really excited to actually show you guys. If you want to know more about it, if you want to know about how I built these databases, if you want to know about how I managed to get a look like this, or if you're interested in building a life OS yourself and would like some help, shout at me. Do you get me? I've got it there, and I will be doing a challenge on this soon. I'll be doing a challenge on this soon. Like I said, this is a RAN XP system. If you know about solo leveling, if you know about it, you know about it. It's on an XP system right now. So the challenge I'm gonna do with this is at the start of next year, 2026, yeah, I'm gonna zero out my life OS. I'm gonna zero it all on fire, on earth, water, air, all of that. Zero it out. And we're gonna see how much XP I can get by the end of the year. How much XP can I actually get by the end of the year? We're gonna see where I actually focus my energy and everything, you know? So if you guys would be excited to see that, if you guys would be excited to be a part of the challenge, or I'll not be a part of it, but watch me do the challenge and be a part, you know, be there or be square, as they like to say, as they do like to say. But who the heck? Get out of my face, man. Sorry. Yes, sir. So, I got welcome, 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 people. You know, if I was to go more in depth, let me know if I don't know if anyone's in the chat, but yeah, there's all these different sections in each one. I mean, it kind of looks good right now. It's a bit messy, but that is why I said I'm not just building this for myself. I'm building this so that I can be able to share with you guys if you guys are having struggling with your organization or just want a fun way to, you know, change your I guess like day-to-day life, kind of add something in there to makes things a bit more interesting. You get me? Lovely. Um, so yeah, I was really excited for you guys to see that. Let me know if there's any improvements you wanna give just off of like the visuals um right away. But if not, then yeah, that's my life. That pardon, that's my life OS. Mm-hmm. On to the next. On to the next. Guys, who we got here? We got Ben. Yo, Ben. What's good? Ben showing love. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Ben. Um, that's blessed. I'm good. Good, bro. I'm good too, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, man. We're surviving here. We're surviving here at uni, bro. If you wanna go ahead and join the fold on Twitch or YouTube, you can watch me there. I'm streaming right now live. I'm also streaming on here as well. So yeah, we're going into now. Now. We're going into um this mindset corner, and I wrote about this. I wrote about this topic again a while ago, but it's actually something that means a lot and also um means a lot to the creation of the folder as well, actually. And this is, what does it mean to become? 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 What does become even mean? See, I talk about this and I say when when we think of becoming, it's often with the destination in mind. Becoming is actually a verb, so it's in the process of doing. So when we're in the process, when we're, when we're going to the gym, when we're streaming, when we're writing, when we're drawing, when we're doing art, we are in the process of this thing. It's a verb. But when we talk about when we talk about becoming, it's always in relation to the destination of where we're going. It's always in relation to where we're actually going. It's a before and after. It's like I was this and now I'm becoming this, or I was this and now I've become this. But when we, like I said, when we look at becoming, it's not about the end product. It's about being in motion. It's a verb. It's the work itself that is becoming. It's not you having a physique that means you're becoming, or it's not you're looking for results. You're looking for results whilst you're doing the thing, and that is not going to show what you're becoming. You doing the actual work, you going through it, is what is actually making you, what is actually what becoming actually is. So when we look at the word closely, to become means come to be. I mean, like, well, that's pretty much what it says. Become, come to be. Not to have been, not to have finished, but to come to be. Which is another way of saying that becoming only exists while it happens. The moment you freeze and frame it as an outcome, you already have stepped out of it. You've already stepped out of the living thing, the living action of becoming, and now it has become a simple memory. You cannot be in the process of becoming something and simultaneously be it at the same time. And when I think about this, I go back to how people always say to enjoy the process. Enjoy the process is what people say, enjoy the process all the time. If you go to the gym, enjoy the process. You should enjoy the process. Like, why are you stressing about it? Just enjoy the process. Be present. Live in the moment. Not because the outcome doesn't matter, but because the outcome cannot exist without the process. You're never getting somewhere without the process. You're never going to become something without becoming. Becoming is a part of our growth. Becoming is a part of our journey. It is well, we're constantly on this journey of becoming. You know, from the very moment you're conceptualizing your mother's womb, you're constantly becoming. Do you get me? It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop until you die, I guess. But maybe because depending on like religion, maybe you might say there's something after. I don't know. Who knows? Um, so as I said, not because the outcome doesn't matter, but because the outcome cannot exist without the process. The only place the process ever lives is now. When time pauses and we look back, that is what when we name what we have become. But the naming is always after the becoming. It's always after the becoming, yeah? So I'm gonna go back into my anime talk. I think about um when I was writing this, when I was thinking of becoming, the character that popped into my head was Erwin Smith from Attack on Titan. If you are an Attack on Titan fan in the chat, let me know. Erwin Smith from Attack on Titan. Now, Erwin is driven by a single desire. From when we meet his character and when we go into a bit of his backstory, we understand that his single desire was to uncover the truth about the world. Erwin saw his dad. His dad was actually a teacher and was teaching about life outside the walls. If you know about Attack on Titan, you know about the walls. Owen's dad was talking about life outside the walls, and when he would bring him home, he talk to him a bit more about it, and this fueled Owen's drive to actually to discover the truth about humanity, the truth about the world beyond the walls. And such as fate may have it, during this time of his leads as commander in the Survey Corps, he had Eren, and they had the key to the cellar. If you know about the cellar, it's a very important part of Attack on Titan as well. I won't give too many spoilers if you haven't watched it, but the cellar is a key part. So you see, the characters understand that the truth, everything that they need to know, everything that they're worried about is going to be answered in that cellar. In that cellar. And at a point when this is after a point where they go to recover Eren. He admits to himself that the pursuit of the cellar, the pursuit of actually going back to Shiganshina, back to the cellar, was purely selfish. It was purely selfish to him. Yeah. It was a purely selfish desire, a purely, deeply personal desire. And he spent his entire life chasing it and sends countless soldiers to their deaths in the service of it. And what really brought this all together for me, as we're talking about becoming, is that at the very end of it all, he sends his soldiers to go ahead and attack the beast titan, and they go ahead into this knowing with the full knowledge that they will die at the end of this. And see, Erwin gets hit, but he doesn't die. He's on the edge of death, but he doesn't die, and he has a chance of reviving himself. Well, Levi has a chance to revive him, and at this point, the mission's already a success. They can go to see the cellar, and Owen has the choice as to whether he wants to live or not. Even though he's like half dead right now, he actually there's he's semi aware of what's going on, and he has the choice as to whether he wants to accept the serum to continue living or to die. And for someone with such selfish desires to go for the seller, you think that he'd actually want to survive to see it, to actually to discover the truth about this world? In reality, he doesn't. At the very last moment, Erwin decides to let go. Erwin decides to let go. And so I asked myself, why would someone who dedicated everything to a goal give it up right at the door? It doesn't make any sense. Putting blood, sweat, tears, effort, time all into achieving a single goal, yet to let it go at the very end didn't comprehend with me. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand. But as I think into this and I think deeper, this is my read on it. Erwin understood that to live a life you can accept at any moment, you have to live in a state of constant becoming. He had spent every single waking hour aimed at his purpose. He wrung himself out in its direction. The truth mattered to him, yes. The goal mattered to him, of course. But he had already become the kind of person who had achieved this goal. He had already become the type of person who had already received this goal because he kept his life in a constant state of becoming that kind of person. It was not only about his goal for the seller. It was not only about dedicating his life to the seller. It was about the way he moved towards it. It was about putting his head down and dedicating every act towards reaching this goal. See, there is a tension here that all of us feel. We want to reach the finish line. We want the promotion. We want the number in the bank account. We want the physique. We want the girl, the guy, the car, the title. We want it all. But what actually happens when we get it? What actually happens when we get all that we desire? Do we stop? If we stop, do we start to fall apart? Do we start to lose what actually made us to this point? Were we ever finished in the first place? See, go back, when I go back in time, when I go back into my thoughts about this, yeah, I don't think that I don't think we actually ever stop pursuing our goals. I think we have our goals, we go towards them, but at least for me, I know that anytime that I would reach a goal, I tend to push the goalpost a little bit further than I initially had it. Maybe it was I like, I like 2K. Maybe I would like 10K in my bank account. I'd get 10K in my bank account, then it's maybe 10K is enough. I like 15K. Yeah, 15K is enough this time. Maybe we're going to 100K. 100K ain't enough. Maybe we're going to let's go to a mil. Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Does it ever stop? Does it ever stop? Maybe becoming is not a race that we win. Maybe it's the direction that you choose to take. And maybe the point isn't to stand on a podium, but it's to walk in a way that if your time were really cool today, you could say, yes, I was moving towards what mattered. Again, I'll talk on this. Me personally, ensuring that I'm moving in a direction every single day on which I can say by the end of the day, okay, cool. I did what mattered. I did what I I did what the highest version of myself would do. I did what I seek to become is what plays on my mind at the end of every day. I try to live my life in a state of where I know that no matter what happens or no matter where I find myself, I can say to myself that I've done everything in my ability to be happy with the result, be happy with the way things turn out, be happy as Irwin was to simply stop going, just to simply stop going. So yes, when I say let your actions define what you become, I'm not talking about perfection. As if I'm honest, not everything I do aligns with the character in my head. Some days I contradict the very values that I claim. The work is to actually realign the thoughts and the actions with the person that I'm seeking to become. This person that I am becoming, the person that I am. to keep stepping back into the path, to keep choosing again and again, to act as if the very next moment is a vote for the future me. Okay? I connect, and again, this is me that digressing into the personal. I end up really connecting with characters, heroic characters, such as Spider-Man, such as Izuku Midoriya, such as the Flash, and maybe some might want to say it, some might. I think Aaron's actually a hero in the story, a very complicated one, but a hero in the story. They have a centaur that pulls them forward, even when they fall. They rage on against the limits inside them, just so they can prove that they have become what they want to, that they are becoming what they seek to become, that they are what they seek to become. They rage on against the limits inside them. That line from Irwin, that last line he says, I'm gonna see if I can quote it because I've watched this show so many times. He says, because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelties of this world. My soldiers, I think he says, I know he says something between that. And then he says, my soldiers rage. My soldiers rage. You are your own soldier and you need to rage on. You keep pushing forth, even if, even if it's not perfect, even if the idea that you have ahead of you seems so far away, even if the idea ahead of you seems so far out of reach, you need to rage on. Rage on. Keep pushing to become. Everything in your life until the day it ends is a part of your becoming. Every failure, every mischance, every quiet decision, every conversation, every love, and every single loss is all showing your becoming. None of these things are bad. You may lose people and you may love people. You may gain money and you may lose money. You may win and you may fail. These things happen. But it's perfect in any sense. It's perfect in any sense because these are a part of your story, that are part of your becoming. Only at the very end do we see the full shape and say, yes, this is what I have become. This is what you have become. This is what they have became. Until then, it just acts as a verb. It's simply in motion. It is constantly there, and it is you. It's you. It's you. It's me. Right now. Right now, what I am. So, if you want the key takeaway from this, I guess I'm gonna ask you guys today, watching on the stream, on the Fold Live, is that each day, ask yourself, what small act today would a future version of me be grateful I did? I think a lot of people actually say this a lot. Like, let me get a word for it. Let me get a wording. Something like what, like sow the seeds for your future self. Do you get me? Sow the seeds for your future self. So ask yourself each day, what small act today would future version of me be grateful I did? And then do that act. Like I said, I like to think, what did the highest version of myself do today? Did he go to the gym? Did he finish his coursework? Did he submit that essay? Did he talk to that girl? Did he make that connection? Did he go to that event? And I do that action. And therefore, I can understand that I am living and becoming, and I have become the very version of myself that I wish to become. So you do it. You do it today. And then you do it tomorrow. And then you do it the next day. And the next day. And maybe you fall off one day. And then you go ahead again. You step back into the path and you go again. And maybe you fall off again and you step back into the path and do it again. The whole point is that you let the actions compound. The small, faithful steps to carry you. And when the voice in your head tells you that it's impossible, when the voice in your head tells you that the image that you have in your head is impossible to reach, you don't stand there and accept it. You take the next step. You keep moving forward. Become the person that you're trying to be. And that's my piece, guys. That's my piece. That's my piece. So let me know what y'all think about that. I'm going to post it. And you guys can give me your opinion. You guys can give me your opinion on it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'd like to thank those who tuned in today, who tuned into the stream. Thank you for watching. Maybe got a couple likes here. You know, we got a couple comments. I really do appreciate all the support. Let me go into some chat, see if some people are talking. See if people are talking. Got one view here. Let's go on Twitch. What's Twitch saying? Twitch is alright. Who else is here? Dun, 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 dun. It's a bear. Ask me questions, gang. I'm just here for vibes now, so you might ask me questions. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what's going on in y'all day, in your life. All right. Okay, I really do appreciate all the support, guys. We will be going. We'll be going now. I appreciate for you guys tuning in. Any comments you guys have on the fold? Any comments you guys have on the feed? Any feedback? You guys want to give? Let me know. Hit me up, and I shall see y'all on the flip side. Love.